Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's Judgment time. So, I think I've adjusted my screen resolution to be a little bit better here, and I'm currently 1-1 with my Judgment deck. So, we're gonna see how it goes. I'm concerned that I didn't actually draft all that well this time. I think I needed more fat, and my deck is kind of lean and efficient in a way that feels good, feels kind of like constructed-y, but in practice is gonna not be so good. I'm gonna hold on to that. I guess we'll get rid of the most expensive card, even though I have no first turn plays. I'm gonna keep that focus because it is. Oh no! I gave myself order. I'm an idiot. I get these two resources mixed up. Have I mentioned that I'm colorblind? I mean, the shapes are friggin' blatantly mega obvious, but I really did not want order there. That was for later on, maybe. I don't know what the other guy's building up to, but I certainly set myself back there. Alright, well, let's get some infected Graveblock going. Once again, he can't move. I don't know, I always think of him sort of like a turret. I have no idea why that just sticks in my head, but I mean, he has attack, and he doesn't move. Means he can't go down and beat that thing up. I can't Soul Steal it, because Soul Steal only works on creatures. Languid doesn't help against it. It's actually really crummy. My best move is to get out the Darkling. And I think I'm going to draw cards. Even though I knew they weren't going to help immediately. But next turn, eventually, theoretically, this guy might survive long enough for me to focus him and kill that thing. But that assumes my opponent does nothing, and my opponent has a lot of energy going on. Ooh, that is big. So that thing, it takes a long time to count down if he doesn't modify it, but it is going to do 1 damage to all my creatures, which is horrible. And again, he's got two things there that I can't Languid particularly. Energy Siphon. Yeah, it seems to be only for creatures. So that's no good. That would be a way to gain some energy. Since I do have order, I can drop my Knight here. So hooray for that. And I could drop the Meyer Shambler, or I could sack him for more cards. These are great cards, they're just not useful right this second, which is horribly annoying. I'm going to need that energy, but I'm also going to need cards. Gotta make these stupid choices. I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm as dumb as it is. I'm actually going to cycle the Languid. And going to give myself an energy. Because I'll need it eventually. Okay, shut up and go now. I almost ran out of time. There needs to be a warning that is visible down in the lower part of the screen when you're running out of time. Because you're not looking up there at the clock. The clock's in a stupid place. And he's got landmines. That is excellent. I can't blow them up that way. He has nothing that I can energy siphon. So this guy's gonna suicide. Actually, that's not the end of the world. This guy's gonna suicide on the mine, and then I can focus my aging Knight here, and he will actually get through and blow this up. Okay. I guess I'm going to cycle this, which is horrible because it's such a great card, but no, I don't have much choice. And I'm going to play the Copper Automaton. Whoop-de-doo. That was an okay turn for me, and you notice my Darkling, when he when he or she dies, does cause 2 damage to the idol. But no, I'm just going down. This guy's deck is full of fat stuff, and that's the weakness that I determined in the last game. My deck is not strong enough late game. Not at all. So I get Soul Scrounger or something. I can mostly just not do much. I've got guys that are just going to explode and accomplish very little. I'm going to send him up and explode against an idol, because I think I should have some way to deal with these, but not a good way. This guy is ranged. If I could get him out, he could be doing it. And Soul Scrounger would be okay, but I'm going to cycle it for more cards. I realize I'm not getting resources, and that's probably why I'm so screwed, but I got to do something. 2, 6... If I focused one of these guys, I would take that out completely, but I need to save it for removal because I got nothing going for me here. You go explode, you dumbass. So yeah. I mean, one of the things I like about Judgement is you have to make a lot of decisions when you're building your deck. It is not easy because you have to do that color balance. That's one of the differences between this and Hearthstone Arena. Hearthstone, because their mana structure, they just have universal mana, and you're guaranteed to get it. You kind of can't screw up the deck. You will get a deck that is functional. If you don't build your deck well, it will be much worse than other people's decks. But yeah, you should still end up with a deck that can play okay. Speaking of focus, I've got to blow up his stupid clock library before he does something to defend it, because I cannot have him drawing another 3 scrolls. As far as I'm concerned, he's already kicking my butt. Even though I know not much is going on and I've done more damage, but he's going to have big fat cards to play later on, and I'm not. My Aging Knight crapifies himself like he's not even good. This guy is going to become useless, and then he's going to die very soon after. So, I can put out the... Okay, first step is I'm going to languid this guy, since it actually does something to him. And then... Scout Automaton is not as good in this deck. I mean, it only it interacts with the gun automatons, but I'm better off getting myself more Decay, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this guy, and I'm just going to turn you into Decay, or I could turn it into more cards. I'm not going to draw a card I can play, because I've already played all of my order cards, and it's not going to recycle yet. I'm just going to get more Decay from him. I don't want to waste my turn to sacrifice. I probably should have sacked him for cards, but this way, if I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm unhappy with how I ended up with my deck. Even though it seems like it should be okay. I have lots of good stuff in here. But my strategy of going for cheap, going for low cost sort of things, was not the best strategy. Interesting strategy here. I can blow up all the stuff I have on the board to End of Reason, and it'll wipe out everything he has. It would cost me all my cards. He'll have 3 cards. He can drop fat things I can't. But you know what? Yeah, he's going to kill off all my stuff next turn anyway. What I'm losing is the ability to play an Infected Gravelock, which is unfortunate, but no. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. Rah! He actually still gets to keep that, but at least it's easier to remove now. Oh, I still have to end turn. I have no things in play, nothing in my hand, no possible options, but I still have to remember to end turn. It doesn't happen automatically. I want there to be a big warning on the bottom of the screen. When you hit 10 seconds left, like all your cards in your hand should flash. This whole bar down here should flash. I would love to play him, but he doesn't have any buddies right now, and more cards is better. Theoretically. That's not helping much. I'm going to blow that up so I can get something out later, but those were not the cards I wanted to draw. I wish I had him first, and I had sacrificed him, got the shock and the monster, and then it would have been laughing. It would have been awesome, but not working out that well for me. Now I can choose between Siegecracker and Cursemonger. The Cursemonger is a million times more powerful, but I have to sack this guy for mana to do that. Whereas I could play the Siegecracker, I could sack him for more cards. I'm gonna need the, well, he's defending in this area. The Siegecracker can kind of threaten him over there. I'm gonna need the Siegecracker to win the game, but I'm stupid, so I'm gonna try and just get more stuff and see what I can do. Brain Lice only affects creatures, doesn't affect other things. This guy is not a powerhouse, but he heals machines, or he can move them around, and moving this thing around is very dangerous. But I do draw a card if I get to Brain Lice things. So I'm going to set my Siegecracker way over there, and I don't want to Brain Lice him because it won't kill him on its own. I would have to spend something else to kill him. I'm going to let it go. I hate not spending the resources, but this guy's deck is super heavy on structures, that's for sure. Which is fine. I mean, they interact well, but it seems weird and not to have good creatures to go along with it. Okay, interesting. Man, this is messed up. See, I could use it takes the Brain Lice and the Spark to kill him. I don't want to do that. It's so dumb, but his lack of creatures, I'm just going to have to get rid of that, and at least I drew useful stuff for once. Now I have sort of an army of crud that I can send his way. Yeah, that was not a useless turn for once. I had other things I was going to talk about, and I totally lost my train of thought. But man, his army of artifacts is not good for me. These are amazing cards. It's one of those things that messes you up when you're reading the cards too. This does work on units. Okay, yeah. Before I was messed up because before he had all structures that it was useless on. But no, I can languid this thing, and that's useful and draws me a card. I wish he hadn't blown up my Siegecracker though. That guy was the one I was counting on to do damage to stuff. I could play the Scout Automaton, but he honestly just doesn't do much for me. That might do more for me. Well, do I want to mess around with Copper Automaton? If I put him anywhere over here, he can move his Destroyer and get that. This guy does move it in a random direction, but he's going to move there or there. So he's going to be hitting these 3 squares or these 4, right? Or he could move that way. And then he would be hitting this guy. This guy's going to move anyway, or sooner or later. Over there. Yeah, I'd love to crack his fortress there, because if he draws from that clock library, it's going to be murder. But well, if I put the Copper Automaton here, he can't get it. So I'm going to do that because I'm running out of time. Even though it's not necessarily a good play. And I'm going to let him go. I probably should have sparked something, but I keep thinking he's going to put out something that is individually better. His formation is actually pretty obnoxious to me, but he doesn't have... None of those things are individually very good, except for their toughness, which makes them kind of spark resistant. Oh, that's not good. That's going to be 2 damage every turn to my stuff, regardless of where they are. Starting next turn. 1 damage this turn. It didn't hit him, so that makes me happy. Didn't hit my 1 toughness guy. Okay, I have a Loyal Darkling. I don't know what that's going to do. He put that in a way to block this. I can live with that. There's no point in blowing up the Destroyer, because it's feeble. I I spend 2 sparks and blow up one of these, which I hate to do. Get the Loyal Darkling out. Man. Decisions. His Machine Priest isn't going to heal for another 2 turns. So I could do 1 spark per turn and take those out. On the other hand, I think I'm going to cycle... It's so stupid, but I'm going to cycle one of the sparks because I need more stuff. I still can only Brain Lice him. It's obnoxious. But I do get a Rot Eater. Rot Eater is my friend. Oh, is he ever my friend. He is amazing. And I guess I'm going to shock this guy, because now my plan is to Brain Lice him. It'll get me a card and he'll die. Meanwhile, if he just focuses over here, he doesn't have anything that kills me yet. I mean, he has tons of energy. He's going to start putting out huge fat things. Like, I'm sure he's got ogres lying around he's going to drop. But right now, he has nothing that kills me. If I just kill these 2 totems over here, I win. Ouch. Oh, that's not good. Stupid Shambler moving around. It's kind of my fault. I got him out of position. That is horrible, the amount of damage that's going down here. It's insane. I want to Brain Lice him, but I kind of have to put out more stuff. I have to get out more toughness worth of junk over here just so that I'm not... Oh, man. Because he's doing 2 per turn with those. At least if the Loyal Darkling does... After all that, I'm going to cycle the Brain Lice because it's not helping me right now. Loyal Darkling... I've just got to rush to try and beat him down. I don't have a choice. Oh, that is his clock library. That's horrible. Ah, mutilate me. He must be drawing his fat now. He's probably saving up and going to do a Solemn Giant. He just gets to 10 energy, and then he go, boom, 8 damage to an idol. That drew him a lot of blockers. It's going to be much harder to get through all that junk, and they get healed every couple turns. No, don't hit him. He's the good one. Oh, he has 3. All 3 of them. Oh, my God. This is so bad. This is really, really bad. I don't want to ditch any of these cards. I can't play the focus right now. If I get the Aging Knight over here and he doesn't die, then he'll take out the Machine Priest. I'm going to need the focus, though, to blow through these stupid things. I'm going to rearrange my army a little. Ah, this is a mess. I'm going to play the Siege Cracker, though. I need him to crack some siege. I'm going to move this over there. Shuffle my whole army. I need the focus, but if I'm going to do this anyway because it gives me a chance to... I could have maybe played another Decay creature. Energy Siphon is still just creatures. He has no creatures, basically. He's going to play a fatty now, but that gets me 1 energy. And it means this guy will die faster. Under normal circumstances, that would be a waste, but since Buddy here is playing with no creatures until I guess he gets up to his massive things. Oh yeah, I was going to mention that earlier. As a Magic the Gathering player, you get messed up reading a lot of these cards because creature in this game doesn't mean what I'm used to it meaning. To me, all this junk is all these guys are creatures to me. Everything out there would be a creature. But no, they're all units in this game. Units are subdivided into structures, like everything he has, and creatures, like just this guy. Okay, I've got End of Reason. I'm definitely not playing it this turn, because I can't afford to lose my Rot Eater. Aging Knight will kill that. And then I think I'm going to need the Age of Reason. What I do is, if things don't all die, I play the gun auto over there, and then I end up... No, what? I gotta cycle him for more cards. I need more cards. I gotta burn. That is not the end of the world. Burn that thing, because I'll never get at it. That didn't help me put out more meat, though. I really needed to draw another creature. I mean, I could have just played the guy... I don't know. Anyway. Not much I can do here. I'll just... Oh, wait. Is that going to hit me? No. Okay. Go, Aging Knight, go. Age yourself. I gotta say, this guy's... his stuff is defending him okay. But I'm still waiting to see what his winning strategy is, because he hasn't played a single card yet that is capable of damaging my idols. Not one. Which seems like kind of a dumb strategy just to, like, waste everyone's time, including yours! Okay, I've got End of Reason now. So anything I drop that is not ready to attack, these two guys, the ones I'm counting on, are ready to attack. Anything I drop that is not ready to attack... Oh, this is... I wish I had more creatures, but this is going to work out okay. I can't use the Machine Divinator. I'm going to sack him and get more cards. Yes. So, I'm going to drop a Shambler here, because he will blow through that, make my Rod Eater big enough to kill that idol. I need to drop a guy over there. So he will take out all that stuff. He won't take out the big one. Not much I can do about that. And then this guy is going to do 2 damage. It won't kill either of these. It would kill one of the mines if I do it here. And it would help me get closer to his clock library. It's not going to do much either way. I'm going to go for clearing a mine and hope I can get through to the clock library. It's probably stupid. End of Reason! Bam! Yeah, that was a bam. So, if I can somehow do 3 damage to this thing, I would win. Unfortunately, I couldn't set it up that turn. Unless I did have a way to set it up. Let me know in the comments what a dumbass I am. I guess, could I have... I didn't have enough resources to put out both Gravelocks there. And I needed something in this row to kill that. He does have the Solemn Giant. That's kind of what I expected. So he can start killing my stuff. Ah, no. No, that might be game over right there. Cursemonger is very good, but he's still got these things out that are going to mutilate my stuff. Get an infected Gravelock working on this row. This guy's not going to get through there at all. I'm better moving him over here because I can potentially use him to interfere with the Solemn Giant. He's not going to help me too much, I don't think. I can't decide. I mean, I could pitch a pitching a focus is so bad because it helps me do stuff. Like say everything went right, I could actually kill the Solemn Giant. It only has 4 toughness. I could kill it with him, so I'm not getting rid of the focus. Do I pitch the Cursemonger for more cards, or do I pitch the Gravelock for the Cursemonger and just play him right away? That is the question. I'm going to try and do that. Cursemonger is really strong. He also has some toughness, whereas if I pitch the other guy for cards, I might not get enough. There's no way this guy's going to survive, though, with 2 of those things. This is so bad. I've got to keep the focus on the off chance, though. The Hail Mary that he does 2 damage to this guy, which still would be bad, but... Oh. Everything is bad. I don't know how... Like, I'm so close to victory, I don't know how I can seal the deal. I think he just is going to blow through me. That seems like a waste. This is a really good card, by the way. He shouldn't have played it on that, though. I don't know. I mean, it is letting him take the stuff out in 1 turn, but it increases his base cooldown, so now it's going to cost him 8 every time to attack instead of 6. He does have the 8. Okay, Soul Scrounger on this guy. Earlier in the game, that combo would have been crazy. Because, like, every time a creature dies, you'd get going. But I need to get more stuff out. He's just not going to make it. To pitch the focus, because I know I won't be able to use it this turn. Now, if I Soul Scrounger, get an energy creature that I can put in front of him, I could Soul Scrounger him so he would get to go. It's not even going to make a difference for next turn either. I think I got to get rid of this because it's not going to do it. Soul Steal, this guy is actually too big for Soul Steal. That is so bad. The only thing I can languid is this, which is already so big it one-shots idols, so there's really no point. Or him, basically. Yeah, Pillar of Disease is not what I need. His stuff's going to go off, kill that, and I basically just lose now. Which is really sad. It's going to take a while, even now, to lose. I guess he can kill me in two turns, basically. He just spends 8 every turn to get this guy going. Oh, he's not even... Why would you do that? He's just wasting time now. He could have just moved this guy over, paid his cost, attacked, so he would have killed this idol, and these two things would have killed my guy. He didn't need the extra card from the burn. He's got 6 cards now. He's wasting time. I'm annoyed that I'm losing to this strategy. Pillar of Disease would help to protect any other creatures I get out. I can't use the Soul Steal, which is so ridiculous. Like, I have all these cards that are really good that don't work on him because of reasons. I could play a Gun Auto and then a Scout Auto, or vice versa. Doesn't really help me that much. And this thing is covering those squares there, right? He can go and attack and blow up whatever I put in this row. But only one. He doesn't have, like, trample. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go that, and that, and that, I guess. So I'm 1-1 right now. I need to... you only get 5 games, so out of this game and the 2 remaining, I need to win 2 if I want to get a rare, if I want to get to keep one of my energy rares that I picked out. I would have to win all the remaining games, including this one, in order to get back enough gold for my entry fee. That's not really a big deal, but it would be nice because you get 2 rares at that point. He had enough stuff to just blow through all those things I put out. Not good. Wow, this is kind of a combo as far as my deck is concerned. It doesn't help me any right now, but... Because when I drop this guy, he would give both of the other ones the bonus to attack. It's just not going to do it, though. Burn seems like it has potential. I don't think it's actually going to do much. It's just so too late. I guess I burn out one of these. The Cursemonger came back. Again, how can I get him out and keep him out? It's thoroughly not easy. I have to defend this row because he can move that guy, move him in, and win. I don't even think I can do that. I think I've screwed myself. I've pretty much screwed myself. Well, that's nice to know. I guess I put out Cursemonger. He's just going to die, but I'm going to put him out anyway. Because this artillery is going to do 1 damage there. I can't do the play I wanted, which is to move him up and then put the Rod Eater behind him. Because the Actually, the goo would have gone after because of the order of things. I could have done that. It still wouldn't be good. But yeah, this way I get to keep my little bug, assuming he doesn't do anything, which he does, of course. His deck is kind of weird, but it apparently works, at least in limited. What can I do with all this junk? I can sack him and hope I get something better, frankly. Got an energy siphon, which again does not work on structures. I need to stop this thing from attacking. It's the only way I can do anything, which means I have to throw a ton of meat in the way here, because it can attack every turn, and it just costs most of his mana. Whatever I throw in these squares has to have more than one toughness. It's not optional. So it looks like my choice is that, and that. It's the most I can put there. There's some potential for the Rot Eater to get bigger. Slightly. Again, I seem to be stuck in a losing battle, though. Oh, hooray! That was awesome. It was not awesome. I have a hard time drafting that thing because I don't think very highly of it, but that's my constructed viewpoint. Like, in this format, it's pretty decent removal. Aw, damn it. He's gonna get more energy. Although he did decide not to actually go through the fighting this turn, because he's gonna kill this one anyway. Oh, he killed them both. Oh, that's right, because he had these things. Ah. Joy. So much badness. Well, I've got stuff I can do. I can play all these cards, which means I might as well play all these cards. Energy Siphon this guy. I should have done him, actually, because the Aging Knight has a chance to kill him. Not that anything's going to last long enough. And I really have to be blocking over here, too. Because he can just win there. Like, there's no hope. Sorry for subjecting you to another slow loss in Scrolls Judgment. Hopefully I'm learning lessons so that my next run will be better. Scrolls is a very interesting game, though. There's a lot of stuff that can go on here. Positioning your things makes so much difference. That's why that's why it takes me all the time for a lot of these turns. Really? But yeah, it's because you often end up with a ton of permutations, and it can really matter what order you do things, what order you place your guys and move them, and all that stuff. Well, I can actually soul steal something for once. Soul steal him. He is actually the only one. A Ripper. Actually, I'm going to go there and weaken his super death ultimate giant freak. And all he needs is like some removal, and he can just kill her, move this. He has enough energy that he can easily like pay the 8 to attack. So if he gets a burn or a shock or anything that can do 2 damage, then he can just kill her and win. Yeah, okay. GG. That's fine. You can hit it turn anytime. Try and fill up his board. Yep. Well, that's another epic loss in Scrolls Judgement here. And I will see you, boom, next time. If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and Scrolls Judgement videos.